Okay guys, I thought today we'd look at Steal My Kisses by Ben Harper. It's one of my favourite songs. I love Ben Harper, as you guys already know. It's pretty simple. It's a 3-chord song, G, C and D. If you don't know your bar chords, we're going to do a little version which I'll pop on at the back, which is G, C and D open chords. But if you do know your bar chords, you can get the rhythm a lot better, so it's best to play it that way. Apart from that, as always, if you could like, subscribe, do all those fun things. I'm now doing requests over on Patreon because I just don't really have the time, unfortunately. So if you want to request a lesson, or if you just want to go check out my Patreon page, that's in the description. And also my band, Glass Balloon, all of our stuff's in the description as well, so if you check that out, that would be awesome. Cool, let's go in for a close-up. Okay, so I'll very quickly play it through so you can hear what it sounds like, and then we'll break it down. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I pushed into Nashville, Tennessee. You wouldn't even come around to see me. And so on. So, the most important thing is the right hand rhythm. Once you get that down, really all it is it's a 4-chord song. It goes G, C, D, G. Over and over and over again. But the tricky thing is the right hand. We're playing 16th notes, so all the right hand is doing is going 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. However, the tricky bit is what the left hand does. So, the best thing you can do is write this out, and then it makes it a bit clearer. So, we're going to play the first beat of the bar, and then we're going to have E and muted. We're going to play 2. Then we're going to have E and muted, and then we're going to play the A, the before we get to the 3. So it's like 1 E and 2 E and Okay? Third beat is muted. Then we play the E, and then the and is muted, and then we play the 4. Okay, that's why I write it down. So, if I go from 3, mute, E and 4, and then we mute out E and Sounds kind of weird. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and sorry, I missed 1. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. This is the key bit. If you get this down, then the rest of it becomes quite simple. So I'll just slowly play with me, and then I'm going to gently speed it up, and then we'll talk about the rest. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. A little bit faster. Up full speed. Okay, that might take some time. Just take your time with it. Once you get it, it's a really cool rhythm, and it turns up in quite a lot of songs. So it's a good thing to know. Then all we do is we play it on a C and we play it on a D. Go to C, go to D, then G. C, D, E. Okay? There's a couple of little things he does just to spice it up, which are mainly on the D. When he does the D, he slides into the D. And so what you'll find is you miss a couple of the strums. So you slide in on the 1 from the 4th fret, and then you tend to find that he lets it ring, and you just basically come in on the second beat. So it's like 1 E and 2. I like to ring out the and before the 2, and then you're back into the rhythm. Okay? So it's 1 E and a 2 E and a, etc. Then at the end of it, where we get to 4 E and we play a little C on that and beat. So 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and so it's just a little passing chord to a C. Okay, that's just the only little variations he does on that D. And then you're back on the G again. Okay, if we're looking at a simplified version, what it's going to be is we're going to start same 3 chords, G, C, D, then G. Okay, so we have a bar of G, bar of C, bar of D, bar of G. Then in the rhythm we're going to try and follow the percussive strumming a little bit, but it's going to be quite tricky because we're not going to be able to mute the strings. So what we're going to go for is we're still going to go for 16th notes. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and but we're going to go with 1 and then just let it ring, E and 2 E and okay, again best to write this down. So that's a down, E and up, down, up, down, up. 1 E and 2 E and then you can leave the 3, or if you find that too difficult, you can obviously play the 3, and then we're going to have the E after the 3. So it's going to go 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. So you don't play the and you play the 4, which is now up, down. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. Down, up, down, up, down, up, 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 down. Once you start getting into it, it's not as weird as it sounds. This song is all about the rhythm, so just take your time getting that. Then we go to a C, D, G. Okay, we can do a little passing chord between the D and the C, D and the G, where we play a little C, if you're finding that you're getting the hang of it. From the D we do the 1, 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and so it's on that and. Sorry, let's count. 1, 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and so all the way through with that. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed that lesson. Any comments or questions, if you could pop them in below, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day.